Ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, children of all ages, and that technicolor rainbow in between, greetings and salutations, and welcome to the Maelstrom. As usual, I am in the Maelstrom Discord currently with a gaggle of chucklefucks and very pleasant people. Hello there, gaggle of chucklefucks and pleasant people.
Hello, Bob.
Hey,
Hello, chat.
Chat, I need to talk to you about something important today. Come on, pal. Let's just sit down here for a second here. So, I just want to let you know that I do not have a problem with buying medieval armor, and I have not placed it upon my wall, mounted and everything. And I will not be showing pictures of it later. I do not have a problem. This has been a public service announcement by your local Snake Man. He has not secretly bought leather armor so that he can go and pretend to be a brave warrior of the kingdom. I just wanted to let everybody know that. Thanks.
Oh, how wonderful! Thank you for being so clear and transparent for us. Thank you so much. Krokvar, thank you for your tier 1 resub at 44 months, saying, I don't know what's worse, the smell inside this fish or the ketosnebus. That's a word. So, Travis, how does it feel mounting pieces of armor on your wall just like Grim mounted Max's mask on his wall?
Joke's on you. I actually have the actual mask on my wall right now.
I know. I remember back when you did a full-on cosplay for Max. For
What do you mean? I still have it?
Yeah. Well, you did a cosplay for one of your Multivania videos.
Absolutely. Originally, I was when I was gonna do the world title, I was gonna do that again, but then I hurt my back so much that I couldn't do the stunt I wanted to do. I wanted to jump over and do. I want to jump off a rock and then do one of those flying like poses, but at the time I injured my back severely in 2023. So I wasn't allowed to do it, but that may come up again. It's very exciting today.
Shit! I just got
What?
a spam bot.
Spam bot?
Chaz is
Right.
Chaz is normally like super on it about like getting these bots ahead of time. I'm surprised that this one snuck through.
Oh, I can see its name. It's Vegeta Rules 9001. I don't know who this guy is.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
I'm gonna have to hooligan him.
Yep. Go ahead and bound and gag him, drag him into the room, and get the hammer.
I don't know who this guy is, but I think we need to get rid of him very quickly here. I don't.
I can vouch for him. I know him.
I think there might be a reason why Chaz didn't cat it.
Wait,
because
I
Chaz
think
is
you
not
meant
in the
to.
chat.
I think you meant to say resent that, Mark, but I like the idea you resemble that, Mark.
Chaz isn't here right now.
Uh,
I can see because Chaz is a moderator for me.
mm.
No. It got auto. The auto mod caught it, so it did catch it, technically.
Nice.
But I think it's about time that we get some wrestling going, don't you?
Indeed.
Indeed.
I just want to make sure nobody can hear my fan in the background when I'm not talking, right?
Bro, it doesn't matter
Correct.
if people can hear or can't hear your fan because I've got my own fan going right now.
That's okay, Bob.
I
I'm
can't
your
hear
biggest
nothing.
fan.
Don't fucking
I
make
know.
me blush, Travis A. Carey. I swear to God. It's not like I fucking like you, Babaka.
Hold the fuck up here. You need to describe this character you have as your icon here.
Oh, him. So, his name is Thalros Starwhisper. He is a Furbolg Druid, Circle of Stars. And he is my Candlekeep character. He is a dopey, dim-witted druid that is happy all the time. He has a companion named Varloon, the Luminous Watcher. You have to say the whole title like a Tribe Called Quest, or the owl gets mad.
Yeah.
And his whole thing is he is dopey, dim-witted, and loving, but there's a dark history to him. I believe you popped in during Candlekeep on Saturday.
So that was him. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I understand now.
So Candlekeep is basically a book of like 17 one-shots in the city called Candlekeep in Faerun. And so our lovely and ever generous DM extraordinaire, the CG Ghost, has taken on a very ambitious task of doing all 17 one-shots, which are 2 shots, over the course of an entire year.
Oh my.
That's a lot.
With 18 different characters.
Oh, wow.
So each character usually pops up in like 4 to 5 different one-shots. And there's a lot of us. And it's hosted on various different Twitch servers.
Which is why it was on yours for one of them.
Uh-huh. So mine was on. I have like 2 of them. Tarp has a lot of them. Punkyard Dog has a few of them. Wiley is Willie has a few of them. But Thalros, he talks kind of like this. Off I go then. Righto.
I want to find myself a good sandwich to eat tonight, and I think you can make me one, Mr. Man.
Yeah.
I think that's a wonderful idea. Would you like pickles and mayonnaise? Or maybe both?
That's an awful big word. It makes my thinky box hurt.
It's alright, that's why I'm your teacher. That's why we do.
Yeah.
These two simple folk just having a school lesson. Even the children sound like it.
The worst part is like CG gives me so many opportunities, and I have been slowly grabbing chaos. Like at this point, Thalros has a permanent guard that just follows him everywhere because he got a Staff of the Woodlands, and he used Awaken on an entire field of sunflowers.
Oh my god.
So in that part of Candlekeep, it's just a field of sunflowers, and it's just smile, darn you, smile. Singing that song from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. He has awakened trees. He has awakened sunflowers. He has awakened plants. Bruh, I have a deck of wonders now.
Uh-oh.
He wouldn't let me have the bag of beans, though. Apparently, Punkle's got the bag of beans. Are you familiar with the bag of beans?
No, I'm not.
So, the bag of beans is a small sack of beans. And when you plant a bean in the ground, it has a random effect. That's it.
Yes, it tends to spawn pyramids a lot.
It's actually surprising how many pyramids have been spawned in the Maelstrom over the last year.
I am only familiar with the demon sack of beans. Don't ask my DM.
I think there's been one, like 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm. Okay, demon sack of beans. You plant a seed, you plant a bean, and like a sigh of a man, a demon grows from it.
Not quite. I believe it involved in gestation.
Ah.
It got a little wacky.
That sounds like the old story tales where if you swallow a watermelon seed, a watermelon will grow in your belly. No, it's just a demon that's growing inside of you. It wants to get out.
Yeah. I do believe that was part of it. That or other. I think there was a table that involved it might just want to work with you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey,
That's horrifying.
kind of like it here. Let's do things. Come on, it'll be fun. Yeah.
That
no,
is
I'd have to
horrifying.
download
A demon making a small lair inside of your pancreas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds like what would happen if Anon got into your guts somehow, which is a horrifying thought. Croc,
Yeah, he did
don't tell Anon. Oh god. Oh god, I just had a terrible thought.
What's that?
Okay. This
That's
is
Alexi.
this is a horrifying idea. But Crocvor and Registered Anon, they get a hold of a shrink ray. They shrink themselves down and just go into somebody. Just for the hell of it. Like, they have adventures, like, inside of someone's pancreas. And their entire thing is just to cause as much chaos in this one random-ass guy as possible.
So, in the space then.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Crockpar, and welcome to Jackass. We're gonna shrink down and go on this guy. I brought my buddy Anna on. He's ready for it. We tried to invite Steve-O, but he wasn't on board. I'm seeing this episode of Magic School List. You're not wrong.
Well, I tell you what, Steve-O unfortunately wasn't able to make it, but that's okay because we're inside of Steve-O right now. He didn't recognize it. He didn't realize it. We loaded him up full of bath salts.
It was... Dude, the guy's been sober for years.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Dude, he turned his life around.
Oh, he totally did.
Yeah, he did. I'm very happy that he
He's
did.
a good man. He's a good man. Oh, I didn't know he came into the guitar theme. No, don't smash that. Why would you do that?
Because you hate musical objects.
I don't. I love music. I have an accordion now.
Well, whoever this masked man is apparently doesn't agree with you, Travis.
I can't believe they would be such a bully. No,
Oh,
no, Sawyer.
Rosa, why? Why?
Oh, jeez. Here's a interesting.
Had to. I'm sorry, but I had to.
All right, Rosa. Then, quick question: if Crockvar and Anon were, say, in the middle of doing something like this, they had a shrink ray and stuff, would Sawyer go over to investigate and accidentally get shrunk and get pulled along on this expedition?
Who's to say he isn't the one who built it?
Fair enough.
That's not a worm at the bottom of the tequila bottle.
Oh.
Just Anon and Croc in the bottom of a tequila bottle in scuba gear. Just waiting. Croc, no. No. You better not take this idea and run with it. I swear to God.
Deep in my bayou, I came with a plan. And on came with a shrink ray. We understand.
No, Anon stole it from Sawyer when Sawyer wasn't looking.
No, Sawyer wouldn't have a shrink ray. If anybody had a shrink ray, fucking Grim would. We don't even know why he would have it. He's just like, I got Chaz to build me one day. I don't know why.
Every villain has a shrink ray. And who's to say Sawyer didn't steal it from Grim when Sawyer invaded Isla Scorn?
That's true. That's why. What would Sawyer even do with a shrink ray? Sawyer? I know what Zator would do, but...
Yeah, that
What
probably ran
wouldn't
into
he do?
chaos. Yeah. So true.
What this wire go to? I don't know, but I always got hot water attracted by licking the red wires at the same time.
I just use magic.
Okay. Okay. Anon and Krokvor inside of like Zeta or Malice, like Ant-Man going into Tony Stark's armor.
No, he's actually piloting. He's piloting Zeta. That's where he's been all the time. He takes the time off and he's like, "Wait, it's popping open! My God, it's Sawyer, Mini Sawyer on the inside." Technically, the fight was 2-on-1 because Sawyer was inside as a mech suit.
Oh my God. Okay. Krokvor and Rosa. Krokvor and Anon go into Zeta, thinking that he's like a full mech, and they just wander around. They end up in his chess piece, find the cockpit. There's a little Sawyer in there, and the fight starts like the Green Ranger going into the Megazord and just giving everybody hands, and it's just a brawl inside of Zeta. Meanwhile, Zeta is just doing the most random ass things to the most random ass people.
Yep, basically that.
I found the gift for it.
I would love to see the opposite, where it's like instead of like they find Krokvor and Anon like get in there, and Sawyer's the one that like gets in, like, dude, you're in my seat.
Or they
Yeah,
go.
just-
This is what we call a carjacking.
You know, before
Actually-
Sawyer could stop and picks him up, yeets him out of the seat, goes, "Nope, this is ours now."
I see what the problem is there. They're using that water for cooling. We'll just replace it here with this here Southern moonshine.
Croc, I swear to God, that better be Popcorn's moonshine. That better be Popcorn's recipe.
But the the very least, please be the apple pie one.
Do you at least appreciate, Zator, that Jackal has named you his best friend? That's a pretty high title for him.
Oh, I mean, you know, Zator basically kind of does the same thing with other people as well.
Yeah. You know, like how SpongeBob and like considers Squidward his best friend, or like as like one of his best friends. Like he has like a plaque and everything. Like if he could, he would make a plaque of you, just like the two of you guys hanging out.
Oh my god, that's so wholesome.
It's like, best friends, Adora, I have made this for you.
And he just would like hold up like an arts and craft pit. You know what? Since you guys are in this, not in the sea of frozen fire, he's just gonna find a way to make arts and crafts. He's gonna make these like. He's gonna make these best friend things. And it's gonna have like a crude picture of Zator and a crude picture of Slayer and Kobold Slayer. And then...
no, wait. He just coughs up a cannonball and just paints Zator's face on it.
So just to
my Wilson.
explain, when I said popcorn's moonshine, I wasn't talking about a flavor. There's a man that is a notorious and famous moonshiner called Popcorn Sutton. He's basically the king of the moonshiners, and he's one of the more famous of the moonshiners. That, at least, I don't know if he's active right now, but he was active not too long ago.
And we have blood.
Rosso, thank you for posting the GIF of Tommy running Fade on everybody.
Absolutely.
Just Tommy in there running everybody's phones. That's actually one of the biggest arguments whenever it comes to Voltron versus the Megazord, because Tommy can get into your mech and run Fade.
That is true.
Also, real talk, I love the fact that all of you shitpost with me so fluidly. Just no hesitation. Like, Croc in chat is just a goblin at all times. And I'm all for it. Croc, real talk, my dude. I'm so fucking happy you came back to us. We missed the fuck out of you when you disappeared for a while.
I confirm we all did.
Not the fingies.
Ah, yes. Attacking the fingies. Ooh, trying to
He
rip
must be
those
really
off.
hungry. He must be really hungry for the fingy.
I think he's just very annoyed. Oh, yeah. No, now he's got some money to grab some more substantial finger food.
No, that's I already know what it is. Zator is making a tactical move. You can't do hand signs if you don't have fingies.
That's true. I'm pretty sure he damaged those pretty good.
Just like one of
Look at those teeth.
just like one of my friends said, a mage can't cast a spell if you pin them against the wall and shove your tongue in their mouth.
That's also true. Unless they're super talented, but yeah.
Stand back.
Unless they have subtle spell,
Oh, that,
you know.
oh,
That's fair.
That reminds me of the Curse of Strahd campaign that I'm in. I think.
How does that remind you of Curse of Strahd? Did Strahd pin your hands above your head to a wall or something?
No, it's against Ludmilla, one of his brides. The bard had her laughing from Tasha's hideous laughter,
Uh-huh.
chained her up with a chain, and gagged her, so she couldn't cast any spells.
Bro, that just sounds
And
like a
she's on
good
fire.
time.
And she's on fire, and she's burning from radiance. And then, just for extra measure, the bard does heat metal on the chain.
Doesn't sound like much of a good time. Not for you guys.
Depends on the person. I mean, there are people
No,
out
that's
there.
fair, Bob.
There are people out there that would really enjoy that.
I just never want to be lit on fire. That just doesn't sound like a good time.
Well, it's alchemist fire as well.
Ooh. Ouchies.
Was it 100 bottles of Alchemist Fire?
I think it was kind of like 5, but they had been burning for like the entire fight.
Rookie numbers. You're not
Well,
ever
it
going to
was-
catch up to Bosco's game with that.
It was only as much as the Ravens could carry.
I suppose that's fair.
Still, you're
what
going to
are we
have to
talking
get
about?
those numbers up if you want to catch up with Bosco.
What are we talking about?
So, in one of during October, Bosco runs Ravenloft,
Oh, yeah.
and in one trap he had a carriage, and when somebody opened the door to the carriage, 100 bottles of Alchemist Fire dropped onto them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, yes.
It apparently it was one of Van Richten's traps. And
That's one way to.
people have given Bosco shit for years because of that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that. That was funny. Sorry, I was like, who's doing what now?
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I do remember that scenario.
Oh shit! We're getting close to October.
Yes.
Indeed. Just sending you something, Bob. That's all I can say.
Also, Travis, looking at the picture you sent me, I am totally spying on you. Don't worry about him. His name is Phobos, and you know, he's fine.
I'll hold on. I'm gonna copy this image and I'm gonna send it over to the microphone zone so people can see.
It might be Phobos. It might be Hunan. It might be Munin. The Murder Cave has a lot of crows. Don't worry about it. A lot of crows, a lot of ravens. I also adore that Callie went with Balance's tradition, and the artifact of balance is Gungnir, which for those that don't know,
Yeah.
Gungnir is Odin's spear, and Odin, the Allfather, was the guardian of balance in season 1.
Yep.
See if
Oh,
this
is
works.
that why we have a talking spear?
Yeah, that's what I sent to Bob.
Oh, that's actually pretty cute.
Travis
Yeah,
saw
it's-
that and was like, Bob, are you spying on me? Yes.
Do you know why it said Bob is spying on me? This is in my parents' house.
Don't worry about it.
So
I
don't
wish
worry
I-
about what I'm doing. I'm doing nothing. Maybe.
No,
I
no,
know.
you guys are doing plenty.
Who knows?
I genuinely enjoyed yesterday's show episode. Very good question.
I'm happy that we got fresh blood.
I'm thrilled that we got not just like new people, but like new changes to where directions of people are going. If that makes any sense.
Ah,
So
yes.
for me,
Yes, the contract that got broken.
no, I mean that was Vegeta's idea, and I will say I'm really glad. I want to see. I think many people want to see Dirty Deeds do a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
Not that they haven't done a lot, but we really like Dirty Deeds as a community. I really like Dirty Deeds, so I'm hoping that they get a lot more.
I will say that I love how, in the matter of like one sentence, the entire dynamic of the executives was changed.
Oh, the promo we did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean the idea behind it is that yes, Tyson is the face of the executives. That he is the like. If you're going to fight somebody, you're going to fight him. He is the one to take down. M is simply the planner, and he's. How do I put this? It's like the difference between, in this is a World of Warcraft reference, Nazim to Gul'dan, the first leader and the second leader. So one rules behind the scene and makes the plans, where one actually follows and does all the work.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Tyson is. So you're probably not going to see M go for the world title. You're probably not going to see him go for any titles. And, if he does, that's great. But if not, he's more likely to try and push other people towards them, which is my original goal out of character in the first place.
Because it's such a pain in the ass, having to be the one to do the fighting every single time for the damn belt. It's so much easier to just be the puppet manipulator.
To a certain degree, like I don't really need a title to justify my career now as it is, because I've held both titles, but I've held a title for a substantial time, so I'm good with letting other people hold that and go through that journey with others. So if I can make sure other people have a chance to do it, I'm fine with that. But in character, I'm trying to run this as kind of the opposite of Max, where he likes a lot of freedom to do whatever he wants and wants control over everything, in a sense that he gets to choose who's in charge, whether they're a face or a heel. Which is why I'm trying to put them as opposites. And not even to the extreme, like the silly opposites where like if Max hates Brock but M loves it, it's not that kind of level, but like they are polar opposites mentally.
I mean, that makes sense, especially given their history, their backstory, and the things that I know that are behind the scenes that isn't aware of like everybody else. Like, people are still trying to figure out like the dynamic between Max and M.
Yeah, there's ways to get around it. There's actually a way to turn him back right away, but I moments figured that one out. Yep.
Yeah, there's a way to turn him back. It's just you've got to jump through some hoops. One of those hoops
Yeah.
currently aren't available right now, but you know.
I didn't mean for that to happen, but it's okay. Sorry, I'm doing studying for my medicine because I'm going to book my PCP so I can go be a good paramedic.
Nice, dude.
I think your volume is a little bit low, Travis. Like, the game is overpowering you so hard.
Oh, part of it is also I'm not actually talking into the mic. I'm looking away while I talk.
Fair. Have you seen the YouTube videos of, I don't know the man's name, the username, but there's a guy who does like paramedic skits, like things that have actually happened to him on a job during paramedic and like firefighting and things.
Yeah, I've seen that guy. He's got a lot of funny ones there. Squinto sent me one, and I immediately, like, this is literally just after I did my exams, and I immediately was like, oh, that's not correct. Why would you give an injection to somebody who can breathe and stuff, and who can talk with their mouth? And I was like, it's, you can just assume that glucagon wouldn't go that way. And then I was like, oh, it's just a funny joke.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I've seen him. The bald man, he's very funny.
Yeah. I figured that I saw it, I wanted to share it to you, but I'm like, I don't want to freak him out with all these insane things that are probably going to happen to him in the field.
I'm not gonna lie to you, not really any of it bothers me anymore because, I mean, besides doing voiceover, I've been doing mental health for years, so seeing things like people pooping themselves, throwing of material, drugs, all that kind of stuff, some of the more severe things, something I'm already used to dealing with, so that part I'm okay with. It's remembering how to fix people is where I have to get better at, and that's what I'm doing. Oh, there's Nimbus for that.
Yeah. I like Tario's redesign.
It's good. I like the colors match the what's the word for it? But it's like basically when you shine it on, it reflects a rainbow color. But like I love that look to it. It's nice and shiny. It's consistent.
Speaking of characters I love, I know they're just, you know, they're Mario Brother knockoffs, but I fucking love the Leapers so much. Like,
When you own a concept so well and run with it, it no longer becomes theirs, it becomes yours. And I like that with these guys. The Lever Bros.
like real
I
talk,
actually like the idea they have turtles. Yeah.
Zach has, like, from season 1 to season 2, Zach has made such a vast improvement whenever it comes to roleplay ability. Like, real talk, Zach was like one of the biggest problem childs whenever it comes to season 1. But Zach turned his game around. Zach made that specific, he made a specific, consistent effort to make himself better as a role player. And I think the fact that he had like a group that helped him go along, like he had JNP, he had Vin, he had Sandman, and everybody like that was a part of the Doodleville crew. They constantly, like, they worked with him, let him bounce off of them, and he actually took a joke character and made it enjoyable. Like, he took a squid, like a parrot squid, and he made such an amusing, like, comic relief character. It was amazing.
The only time I ever had a chance to work with him as the Max character was great. He did a funny like JoJo standoff, and it was great. I assumed that there was like a stand of some sort, so I got confused. And, Anyway, the fact that he did that, just being a bird, is how accredited Zach is as a role player.
So Zach died a couple times in Maelstrom. He died, then a clone came back with a level loss, and then Zach originally came into the Maelstrom as kind of a Zach the Weaver kind of came into the original Maelstrom as a little bit of a Mary Sue, but after he died a couple times, he got turned into a potted plant. He made that concentrated effort, and he made a lot of improvements. Like the work that he did as the potted plant, and the creativity that he did with a couple other characters, like he had like a bean burrito that mutated into a shambling mound that became its own character. He had the plant, and the plant's entire goal was to grow large enough to where he could become his own biome. Like that was his win condition for the Maelstrom. If he could consistently like grow and become like his own biome, that was his win condition. And he almost fucking died. Like, I think it was he pissed Gina off at one point, and Gina was thinking about just straight up cutting down his entire mushroom forest and assassinating his ass when he was super vulnerable. But she didn't.
Yeah.
Like, Catherine and I had a number of conversations about her getting ready to, like, assassinate his ass.
There were a few things that came up that nearly occurred.
Mm-hmm.
But I think my most favorite thing that you allowed me to do, Bob, was snag the gun.
Mm-hmm.
I loved that so much.
Right, like after the gun was turned to stone, Gina just dead ass grabbed that hammer and chisel and just chiseled that thing out of the altar and just left with it.
Went, you know what? Screw it. This is mine. Chiseled it out, grabbed it, took the heck off before I ticked off the stones. Anymore. I figured the stones would give me a slight free pass for this. I went, okay, fine. I want that. That's mine now.
I mean, it was already used. It was stone. They figured, what were you going to do with it? Little did they know that the Prince of Frost was going to get a hold of it and enchant the thing into, well, for those that don't know, when Gina took Chekhov's gun and took it back into the Feywild and gave it to the Prince of Frost of all people, he turned it into what's called a Heart Seeker.
Look, Bob. He had it before when it was still Chekhov's gun, and he found it very interesting. I was just retrieving it for him. Because it really helped through.
I will say, you mess with Chorus's plans so bad, Kath. Because
He's the one who gave me the gun. I took off.
He gave you the gun and he told you to kill Octor with it. But instead of he gave you a coded message, which was basically kill Octor with the gun. But you took it literally and you sent him on vacation. Like, he gave you
That's...
What was it? He gave you a coded message that said, send him on a permanent vacation, which was basically him telling you to use Chekhov's gun on Octor before Octor killed him. And you took him literally and sent him on a vacation to the city of Brass.
One regret with that is I did not work. My problem was at the time I didn't want to be I didn't want to be a dick to Anon because I hadn't worked it. If it was now, I probably would have said, okay, you're going to die now because you broke contract, because I would have. And I remember we had a slight conversation about it, but I was... There were a lot of outside things going on that I wouldn't talk about that was involved with it, and that's why I kind of just said in kind of a defeatist tone to you, I'm just going to let you roll with this. If you want to let him slide, I'm going to let you deal with that, because I was already a little... I had a lot going on.
Well, here's the thing. Like, the way that worked was actually so good, like, in character, because Horace gave you a coded message. But unfortunately, he didn't recognize that you were fucking Fae. And you never use metaphors with a Fae. You are always clear and concise with exactly what you want with the Fae. Because any deviation when you're making a deal with a Fae can destroy your plans. And he did not realize that. He failed to mention that. And the way that you subverted his request was so on point for a fucking Fae. And it destroyed his plans and let Octor kill him. Which, of course, like, Anon was the secret boss of Season 1 the entire time. Like, he had been planning the Octor invasion for months.
Which I also slightly regret, because she also kind of had a reason to want to get rid of said person. Well, I had a list, I do believe.
Oh, I imagine that...
Did I give you?
I imagine that
Did I give
Katrina
you
still
or
has
not?
a list.
I don't remember. Oh, yes.
Probably somewhere in there.
Let's just put... probably. Let's just put it this way. Canonly, after things... I think I might have told Anon this, and if I didn't, Anon, I'm telling you this now. Octor is... He's not gonna have a good time. For a very long time. If he manages that. He's gonna end up dead.
Like,
maybe.
Octor's,
Well, no, maybe, but in my head,
Octor's
it depends
one
on
of
what
those-
Anon would do. I said it would depend on what Anon would think, but in my way of thinking, she's going to make it her business to screw him over.
That right there is an interesting dynamic, because Octor is a single entity creation over, like, Are you talking to yourself, Travis, or are you talking to us?
I'm talking to my wife.
Ah, okay. I didn't want to be rude, but I didn't know if you were talking to us or not.
Right.
Octor is this, like, single entity character a lot like Kathjina. So it's a very interesting dynamic seeing, like, Octor and seeing Kathjina, like, go to war with each other. And not even on, like, one plane of existence. Like, they're going off at each other in, like, different planes of existence, different worlds, different time zones. Like, they're fighting in their own special ways until the heat death of the multiverse.
Till he gets worse, but we'll see. I do sort of agree with that, Bob. The plan, I will state, with the City of Brass was at the time, and I don't remember why I didn't get around to that part of it, was I was going to... I was gonna send you a whole thing. It was an entire... about... maybe in the City of Brass where somebody owed somebody maybe quite a bit, or some things had been worked out, and it was like, how would you, like, could you remove this problem in a way? Basically, either gonna get him murked by the Jinn the fire gin there, or work out a deal with them to basically get rid of him, or show them, look, here's an interesting opportunity for you.
Mm-hmm.
Get a hold of him. You can basically control blah, blah, blah. This. Look at all this income. Look at all these resources. Look at all these slaves. Here you go. Because they've got some interesting rules in there in the City of Brass that I had noted. Because I ended up picking up a large third-party book. And let me tell you, it was big. No, it was actually, it had dropped down in price, so I grabbed it while it was still very reasonable for a really thick book on the City of Brass. And, ooh, did I find some neat stuff. But basically, if you interfere with anything involving them in, I forget the exact quarter, involving the slaves, you're auto now. Hi, you're welcome to servitude. Do not pass go, do not collect anything. Except for a new collar.
Here's your collar and your manacles. Go ahead and get in that line. Which is a very interesting way, interesting way to look at it. The way that Kafjina's mind works is she was basically following instructions, but she was doing it her own way to get him taken care of, on his permanent vacation to the City of Brass, whereas Chorus was a much more direct entity in his nature, which is a fascinating aspect of dynamics of certain villainous characters. But
now of course it just said, please go remove the problem in a, or just said, I need him dead. Okay. So you probably would have gone home to Dad's. Father, let's, how would you like to get your skills up? Well, we need to remove something. It'll be fun. Family bonding.
Which was his fatal flaw. Yep. And
he didn't tell me exactly, I need you to kill this guy. I need him dead. She thought it would be more fun to get him in trouble with the fire gin, who are, well, as you know, probably, Bob, they can be really brutal. Well, that's really brutal. And just was going to go from there. But I forget what ended up derailing me actually sending you things. I guess I thought I had more time than I did. And
because at that
otherwise
point,
it would have gone through it. Yeah.
At that point, it was things, once Octor's plan hit the breaking point, things started spiraling quickly, and that's when the Spreadite invasion happened. And Max crawled down a Spreadite hole and fucking died.
Yep. Died like champ.
I love how, I loved Max in season 1, how he showed up. He immediately just got grabbed and pulled into this moving, tumulus, just ball of rams, this tumbleweed of rams, and they just dragged his ass to different areas at random. And Max just went in, talked to people like they were his best friend, and then left to the next area until he decided to crawl down a Spreadite hole into a massive Spreadite, get absorbed, and that actually, his sacrifice was actually a critical point that weakened the Spreadites enough for the defenders of that area to actually succeed in holding them off.
If, and I will say this as a big if, one day I might bring the concept of what Max was back into the Maelstrom. It wouldn't be the same character, but it would be that kind of how I rolled him, where he rolled as a character that was he believed that he was this was sort of, it wasn't real, but he believed that the reality around him was just things he knew of, obscure references to something, or how M thought that the town that you're talking about was, I thought that was a role-playing server. So I started speaking in doth speaketh and such. It was basically his indoor voice was speaking outwards. Or I would make terrible references to or analogies to what would happen. I wouldn't bring in the Max as the his past and history, but I would probably bring that concept of the character back in as a character in here again. Should I die?
He
I
was
don't want to.
an entity. Let me see. So, there's an actual supernatural creature that looks like that. Do you know what that is?
Orcs?
It's called a tulpa.
Not a tulpa. I'm not a tulpa. I'm
Dude,
real.
A tulpa is a spiritual or mystical concept referencing to an object or a being created from the mind. Like, that's something where you believe in something so much that it actually becomes real. It is like an actual physical manifestation of like the orcs' Wa mindset together.
I am not a. You're 100% right. I know what a tulpa is. Oh no! I gotta get a Jackie Chan tulpa to get rid of mine.
Yet dude, Max is a tulpa.
Max is a tulpa.
Max is a tulpa made from like the minds of children. That is why Max is like he is. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're
Huh?
not wrong, and that's the worst
That
part.
totally tracks for me, Bob. But, no, as many of you can see, there are a lot of reasons why Kathleen is the way she is. If you want more details, dig around.
Oh my god.
There's a lot of reasons why she's doing what she's doing, but why she can be, quote unquote, kind to Roman and Jack.
Okay. My gears are turning. All right, check it.
Ooh.
Max, the Max that we know, Maximilian Thunder Thighs, the goofy ass Max, started off as a kid's imaginary friend. He started off as just this one kid's imaginary friend, and the kid was super imaginative, and they had a terrible family life, and they were so traumatized by a terrible father figure that they made this imaginary friend this big, strong, goofy ass protector that is Max, and they told all their friends about this person, and slowly but surely, the idea of Maximilian Thunderthighs started to spread out to this community of troubled and traumatized and heartbroken children, and they all believed that one day Max would come and save them. And eventually the thought of all these children coming together and thinking and believing and hoping made his ass come to life. And that's how Maximilian Thunderthighs came to existence, because he's a tulpa made from children.
That just makes so much sense.
Of course, I don't know if that's actually Max's lore, but that's my headcanon for Max.
My headcanon is, in a way, some entities heard all of this and the idea spreading, and they kind of helped things along with it, potentially.
Like some eldritch abomination?
Maybe. I'm slightly eldritch. Maybe. I don't know.
No, the only thing we can answer right now is that which version of that is it?
Yes, that's the question, isn't it? I mean, we don't know how the second face formed.
Yes, they do.
I revealed, we had a conversation about TJ with Zai last night during Save by the Spell. And I explained, like, the concept of TJ to the D&D group. I explained, like, the absolute units. I explained Max. I explained everything. And then I explained all the hidden references. Because Zai originally played Felix Bigrig. Before she got a hold of TJ. And I explained to her... And I explained to her about what happened to, like, Felix.
There's a female person in the voice chat right now. New.
I mean, she's in the voice chat too, but Kath is also here.
Hello.
No, that's my wife who's asking questions.
Oh.
No, I was referring. I was referring to the fact that your wife is in the voice call too.
That's
Technically,
true,
yes.
she is.
Here, why don't you say hello?
Hello.
Greetings and salutations to you.
Hi.
Welcome in. We adore your husband. He is a good bean.
Very true. He has a good
You
soul.
have to lean here to the mic.
I thought you said he was a bean.
I mean, I am.
I said that he is a good bean, which is a term of endearment or affection in this community.
Oh, I know, but I thought you were saying B-E-A-N, not B-E-I-N-G.
No, I did say B-E-A-N.
Okay, just checking. Because he's very much like Mr. Bean. So,
Right.
you're not wrong.
I mean, at least I look good in the suit.
I know, but you at least have the moves when he gets a little jiggy.
Hey, Anna, what's going on?
My wife, everybody. Anyways,
I can't say he does drive a car with, poor class, but he does get mad at other vehicles. But we've yet to see a vehicle that only has 3 car wheels, so I don't know how that would play out.
Who's to
So
say?
I don't know how we would do in a test. Because if you've seen that episode, or the swimming pool one, that's up for debate.
goodness.
Come on, you have to know that one.
I mean, I do.
Okay, perfect. I didn't want to know I had to explain something tonight.
That's fine.
Okay,
Hi,
have fun.
Anon. Bye.
Bye-bye.
I like her. She's nice, Travis.
She is.
Hey,
Anon,
Anon.
bro, you have got a VOD to watch because we shit posted so hard with Croc earlier.
Oh no, it's brilliant. And it totally tracks for you too.
We tossed ideas about Anon and Crocvor grabbing a shrink ray and just going and exploring inside of some guy like Inner Space just to see what happens. We talked about Anon and Croc getting into like Zeta's like frame, like Ant-Man and Iron Man. We also had a good long conversation about the Cold War between Octor and Kathgina. And how Kathgina totally foiled Chorus's plans because Chorus made a mistake and didn't give Kathgina proper instructions on what to do.
I can't believe that everybody was thwarted by the instructions. That's the first lesson they teach you in life is read the instructions first.
Look, there were instructions given, but there weren't specific details.
Well, we're given, but they just weren't taken.
So
No, he didn't give specifics. I figured one thing. Sorry, Bob.
Travis, just to give you a heads up, Chorus basically told Kathgina to send Octor on a permanent vacation, which to him was clear instructions saying, I want you to kill him. However, he was not clear on his instructions when he struck a Fey bargain. So Kathgina basically sent him to the city of Grass to trick him into becoming a slave in the City of Brass.
Or
Thus,
to. Sorry, go ahead, Bob.
thus earning the moniker of the permanent vacation, or piss somebody enough to where they kill him. But
Yep,
go ahead,
because
Kat.
I figured it's more brutal than them. And it's a vacation. I figured I could lure him in with a few things, and I was going to send Bob some stuff about making sure that happened, but things happened. Which is all I feel comfortable saying.
Yeah. Oh, that's all that needs to be said, really.
But yes, it was quite the time.
Yeah. So, Travis, how has your interactions with Majin Buu been?
It was good. I like Majin Buu. I once again was like willing to literally throw my character away to try and save somebody else or do something funny. So, you know, status quo. I like Majin Buu. I like the concept that we have a big, conglomerous amount of sentience that comes into, well, what is essentially the best villain in the DB Dragon Ball Z era, in my opinion. I will not take no for an answer. So anyways, it was nice to see that Majin Buu is making waves in the community. I like where it ended up now. I feel as that we are going to have to interact with it again. I also like that I actually got to put out a little bit of the actual character of Jackal. But there was an interaction to which one of his best friends said something to him that he did not like, and he actually got mad. And I made this character like he doesn't like getting mad because it goes back to where he was in his youth. And whenever he goes back to his youth, he gets back to that more savage and violent side of him, which was being a slave driver.
Anon
So,
says...
he does-
oh, go
Go
ahead,
ahead.
Travis.
No, I was about to read that, so go ahead.
Anon saying that, yes, Octor being delivered a method to murder Chorus and get far away from the Maelstrom as possible, while the fallout of Chorus being dead passes to avoid being connected to his murder. Even then, Octor had a feeling Chorus quite hated, and his death would have never be looked into. What was it? I believe Chorus also, like, Chorus had so many plans that relied on PCs, and none of them worked out. Like, he gave somebody, like, a wish in order to, like, wish for his resurrection or something like that, should he die. And somebody took the wish and ran with it. But Octor was such a good secret BBEG for the Maelstrom. Even though, like, people got super tired of the various wars that happened in Season 1. Like, the Skaven War really rubbed a lot of people the wrong way.
It took up, from I think a lot of people's perspective and slightly mine as well, it took up a lot of time that you felt like you had to put in to try and get rid of, when you could necessarily be milling about doing some of the things I was doing, looking into other things, making your own deals, doing whatever, and doing sneaky stuff.
Like, I
instead. And I think a lot of people were more into, I want to explore kind of like, I don't want to deal with constant huge event I can't slip out of, otherwise it affects my alliances, etc., etc.
Mhm.
I kind of think that's where we're people down a little.
I
Although,
thought it was
don't.
cool. Hmm?
No, I was gonna say. Sorry. Go ahead, Bob.
I liked the weekly action system in season 1, but it was just too much. Like the weekly action system was so strong that people constantly had the idea of, well, I have to use my weekly action, otherwise I'm wasting time, I'm wasting my character. And if they missed a week, it just felt bad, man.
It did. I don't think I ever did that. I was very paranoid about it.
And I would, the weekly action system was, like, so important in season 1 that, like, I would spend, like, 6 hours every week doing weekly actions.
It's not good.
I would spend at least during the show watching to see what was going on and other things. But I would spend, I would say, at least 3 or 4 hours of the following into Sunday, when it was on Saturday and whatever, to try and figure out what was my best next move, or am I going to continue with my other thing. That's how much time I spent thinking about it most of the time.
Yep.
The mirror of the third eyebrow, a small silver mirror that shows you exactly as you are, except for the prominent third eyebrow.
Shinichi, you find the moth-chewed map, a map of the city, a map of a city that doesn't exist, with scorch marks and tiny bite holes in the very important landmarks should be.
Yeah, everybody after the trinkets tonight.
I haven't gotten one in such a long time. I can't believe I trendset it again. Ugh, it's hard being so me. It's just so hard. I used to like it. I like the little trinkets. That's good stuff for it.
Vegeta, you find the grinning marionette finger, a carved wooden finger puppet with a painted smile that seems a little too wide. Sometimes it tilts on its own. Manatee, you find the Lantern of Hollow Light, a tiny black lantern that glows with a pale, flickering light. It only casts shadows, never illuminates. Oh, real talk, these items are a little bit creepy. Like, the next item up is going to be very interesting, but it's kind of dark.
Ooh.
Marcus has a couple victories under his belt at this point.
Get him, Marcus. Beat him up. Kick him in the shin.
Well, certainly trying to take the leg.
Going back to how everyone in season 1 wanted to explore and such, that was the one thing that Octor thought he had the advantage in. He assumed all the PCs and the creators didn't have enough forward thinking to work against him. In fact, when JC had Raphael ask Octor about the Maelstrom narrator, Octor basically told Raphael he'll look into it and ghosted the shit out of him.
To be fair, Anon, that unfortunately could easily have been taken as, oh, Anon's busy. There were a lot of things going on during that period of time that people necessarily didn't have a whole lot of stability in some cases.
Busy, doing research, still
Yeah.
looking into it. That's, dude,
You know.
Octor was definitely a lethal challenge in season 1.
True.
Not only that, but Octor is dangerous with his meta knowledge. Like, there was certain points where Octor was actually role-playing with, like Creator Bob. Like, not Bob, but Creator Bob, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hot
Well,
damn,
okay.
look at you. Oh. Kath, I'm going to give you a choice. I can
Okay.
either give you the next item on my list, or I can give you the Kathjina coded item.
Give me the me-coded one. I trust your judgment on what totally screams me.
You find the spider's teacup, a delicate porcelain cup filled with silken threads that never spill, no matter how the cup is turned.
Interesting.
Basically, it's a cup that is like wrapped in this silk, and that you just sip from the teacup. But even if you like drop the cup, it falls to the ground. The liquid inside never spills out of it.
Nice.
You basically have a sippy cup, a spider sippy cup.
Aw, nice. Perfect for tea time.
Yeah.
I'll have to find Trinket. Also,
Also,
I do have people I wish would come to tea.
I imagine you have quite a number of them, including some people that have currently disappeared off the face of the earth.
A few of them, yes. But I assume they know that if they require anything or just a chat over tea, they know where to find me.
Almost definitely. But here's the thing. I find it, I will say, I find it fascinating, like, how many of these, like, supernatural entities are, like, vying and jockeying to try to, like, make deals, give wishes, so on and so forth with Grimm. And Grimm is refusing every single one of them. Like,
Has
Driscoll...
he figured out the...
Mhm.
Let me DM you the question.
Okay. Because, like, Driscoll has gone after Grimm. Osmond has like, talked to Grimm, like, about that kind of thing. Kathjina has made numerous offers to that kind of thing. And he, for some reason, he doesn't acknowledge any of them. either he's playing hard to get, he thinks that they can't, even with their level, they can't give him what he wants specifically, or something along those lines.
Also consider that he worked with the Inquisition.
Uh-huh. And
So has the Inquisition rubbed off on him, or has like it's just a case of like that's kind of the only people that he's really considered working with?
well, here's the thing. Grimm's worked with a lot of people. Grimm's made a lot of deals over the years. Like, he's made it, like, he made a deal with Apex. How do you think Sheepy fell into Nero's hands?
Oh dear.
Like, oh shit, Howler took the belt.
Well, I'll be.
Be wary of the man
belt's
who
reset
refuses
now.
power.
True.
So, Grimm is the one who, he did Nero and Apex a favor. He's the one who captured and mind-controlled Sheepy, basically into Nero's power, and then he handed Sheepy over to Nero. Unfortunately, Nero lost control of Sheepy. He has done jobs for the Empire, where he did the... So he did jobs for the Empire where he captured, like, Christopher, and he took Christopher's brain out, putting in the Beast, Tomasian Graves' brain into the Beast High Road, and putting the Beast High Road's brain into Christopher before sending them out. Yo, what's up, Emon Tizzle? Good to see you, my man.
Oh, no. Good to see you, Iman.
Yeah. Grimm works with the Outlaws a lot. I mean, to the point where the Outlaws are just on retainer for Grimm. Because anytime that he needs something done, the Outlaws are usually around. Like, the Outlaws might as well be registered henchmen for Grimm. Like, whenever...
They do good work.
They do. Like, say, for example, when the Murder Cave first came together and there was that hooded figure that kept attacking everybody, and it was revealed that it was Theron the entire time, that was because Grimm hired Theron to pull that shit. Like, hey, Travis.
What?
When it came to the Nexus Titan Championship, do you remember who was attacking? Like, I believe it was Kane and Mega Rider to distract them from the matches?
Hard for me to remember, but
I believe Nakano was one of the people attacking, which stalled one of the
Yes.
two people. Funny that, huh? Almost like Grimm paid the Outlaws to stall the match so he could come in, get the opportunity, and then take the belts from Sawyer and Probunaga.
Nakano wasn't part of the Outlaws yet.
No, that was when he was like just joining the Outlaws.
He didn't
Also,
join the Outlaws. He didn't join the Outlaws till like a few years ago.
yeah. This happened like last year.
Yeah.
Also, fucking hell, look who it is. J&P. Hot damn, look at you. Haven't seen you in a bit. How you doing, brother?
Well, as I say, haven't seen you in a hot minute.
Good to see you, my guy. Welcome in, welcome in. We just had the show where we're just chilling, talking a little bit before we raid somebody. Let me see.
I've been here the whole time.
You have.
Chat. No, I have a fun promo this week I want to do, or well, upcoming this week, or whenever the next Flashbang show is. I have a fun idea because everybody's spelling out acronyms for names. I'm gonna make fun of that.
Oh, amazing.
I'm gonna go be a spelling jerk.
What's PAX? What? Oh yeah, I forgot about PAX. Is that Pacific Anime Expo or something? I don't know what it stands for.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Penny Arcade Expo.
Oh, there you go. Wait, no.
That's the other
I
one.
always thought, I was gonna say, isn't I thought PAX, like Penny Arcade, was that comic where like the duo who makes like video game comics, but it's not.
Nope.
Regardless, I'm glad you're excited for PAX. That is something I want to do later on in life. Is I would love to do. I would like to do a convention one day. Not now, but one day. I think that'd be a lot of fun to take part in like a voiceover convention, like answering questions.
Let's see, where is... Do I have a...
Oh, it did. It certainly did.
Is this the box of my normal dice? Yes, it is. There's my D20. Actually, let me roll something.
We're rolling for chaos.
That's a 16.
Only for rating.
Not yet. I'm rolling for something else. So, Rosso,
Oh, nice.
to answer your question, he has worked for the Inquisition, and the Inquisition has had a bit of an effect on him. You've seen Grimm's latest look, right? The coat and everything.
Yeah.
Does it look familiar to you?
Oh, was it like the coat from one of the Inquisition then?
That was Tomasian Graves' coat.
Ah.
So, in his latest...
I think the fact that you changed its color probably threw me off.
Yeah. So basically what happened is, using Tomasian Graves' DNA from Tomasian Graves' body that Grimm has access to, he gained access to the Ordo Clownanthropicus, and as of late, he has been using the Ordo Clownanthropicus as his base of operations. That's how he got the Cursed Championship to build into the Venom Spire gloves, which is the name of his gauntlet. The Venom Spire gauntlet. And he has, as of late, been working on using Inquisition tech. Like, when he fought Driscoll and Seth, you noticed how his clothing looked like armor, right?
Hmm.
That's because he was using Inquisition light power armor.
Okay.
Yeah, basically, Grimm, at this point, Grimm has added Inquisition tech into his arsenal along with his other information. And the Inquisition has had an effect on him. He doesn't serve the Inquisition. I'll give you this one for free. Grimm's made a deal with somebody. Like, Grimm is not... Prime Grimm is not bound to Chorus, like many of the other Grimms. Every Grimm tends to make that big connection with somebody, like ties their soul, that ties his soul to theirs. Most Grimms make a deal with Chorus. Victoria Grimm made a deal with Kathgina. Prime Grimm made a deal with somebody else. And his fate is tied to theirs. I'll give you that for free. Talos has made a deal with Arcana number 20, Judgment, better known as Dinah, the entity that is residing within Warfist. So he's basically tied to her for servitude. Whereas, like, Victoria is tied to Kathgina, and other Grimms are tied to Chorus. That's why when a Grimm dies and they can't get to a new body, they become a Grum, because Chorus is Chorus is a embodiment of chaos, and the most chaotic thing that a Grimm can become is a Grum. So as it is right now, Grimm himself, Prime Grimm, cannot become a Grum.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. However, it's always useful to have a soulless husk hanging about around, if that makes sense. Which might make his reasonings for making a certain deal more apparent. Looking at you, Flashbang.
Hi.
So going back to Warzone, I mean, what do you think about Warzone at the moment?
In what regards?
Just storylines in general.
The storylines are interesting. I'm very interested. Like, for the longest time, like, it feels like Warzone is cycling out their villains. Like, it feels like Warzone has, like, the big four, the big five, if that makes sense. You've got Unkley, you've got Ausir, you've got Simjax, you've got Grimm. Like, those are, like, the big four villains, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it feels like Warzone is, like, cycling through the villains. Like, Unkley just got finished with his arc, so he's stepped back into like the mid card, where Ausir, who just showed up, is gearing back up, and he's about to take over as like the premier villain for a little while Simjax is still gone, Grimm is still gone, and Unkley has basically concluded his storyline and is stepping back to let the next villain take over, which is absolutely interesting, a way to go for it. I find it fascinating how, like, so many people have gone heel as of late. Like, so many villains have, I feel like so many faces have gone heel as of late to make up for the fact that, like, the big four have disappeared. That some people are kind of flopping back and forth. Like, they gave Daggerick a little bit of a feel as a heel, but, like, Daggerick as a heel didn't feel right. So they had him, like, feel his remorse and then put him back as a face. Whereas things like a Power Surge character. A Power Surge has basically been going like tweener. Now he's shifted and he's starting to head towards face from what he's seen.
Mm-hmm.
But the heroes are interesting. Like, if you look at the heroes, it's a fascinating look at everything going on, because the heroes are taking L after L after L. Like the good, the paragon heroes, like the brightest shining heroes, they're dropping left and right. And all we've got left is like the vigilantes, the mercenaries. Like there's no like brilliant shining sacrifice yourself without hesitation or remorse because you will not have anybody suffer on your watch. They're gone. All of them are gone. At least on Warzone. And all you got left is... There's a saying. A hero will sacrifice you for the world, but a villain will sacrifice the world for you. But when you ask me, all I see are two villains, one grayer than the other. And that's kind of how I feel about the hero situation on Warzone. Because Warzone has... The villains on Warzone are so fucking effective that they're just... The heroes are taking hammer after hammer. And they get their wins, don't get me wrong. The heroes get their wins, but the villains don't stay down. Because it's not entertaining if there's no like entertaining villains around.
Mm-hmm.
Which made like Mega had a giant win. Like when Mega went through like all of the Warzone, like when Mega went through like 3 of the 4 murder caves back to back to back by himself, that was a massive win, and you could tell that Mega was so happy about it just by the way that he did the promo. And that was a huge win for him. Let's see.
Can I ask a question on that?
Oh, totally.
When did that opinion change from where it is currently? What was the turning point that we started to see this change?
The fall of Daverman.
Interesting. Okay.
Like,
good choice.
Daverman was a big one. It was like the 3 paragons of like Warzone as a hero. In my opinion, the 3 like the 3 brightest shining lights on Warzone was Maximilian Thunderthighs, Mega Rider X, Mega Rider Nexus, and Daverman. And all 3 of them dropped one by one.
Oh dear. So now that we don't really have, we don't have any of those brights, but I'm sure there are others out there that are building up right now.
So what you're saying is it's time for a new hero to rise?
Yeah. We need someone to fill that position, right?
I'll tell you straight up. I've got a character waiting. If Grim, like I have a straight up end for Grim's story. Where like if he gets to that point, Grim is gone. Like I have a how to word this. Grim is about 3/4 to 4/5 of the way through Grim's story. He has like one major hurdle to get through before narratively Grim's story is finished. It's a matter of getting there. If he's able to get there, I can send Grim off on his merry way. Bro, I'm bringing in a hero.
That'd be good.
Mm-hmm. JMP saying the interesting... JMP mentioning, it's interesting the one person asking where Grim has been is now gone. Here's the thing, JMP. Mega recognized Grim as a threat. He recognized that Grim as a villain. Like, Mega has been the one that has been asking questions. And to answer your question, I'm going to roll a dice for that, the person that private messaged me. I have one of three options. And Travis, Neff the Lore Keeper is on my list.
I'm glad you found him. I'm so glad you found him. I was just like, there's no way this isn't the same guy. But then I was like, oh, it isn't. Oh no.
Croc with a... You know what? This item would work well for Crocvor, but for Croquet, might be interesting. Croc, you find the tooth of the orchard, a yellowed fang wrapped in twine. If planted into the earth, it sprouts into a sapling that bears fruit shaped like teeth.
Amazing.
That would have been great for Zakor.
Yeah, it would have.
But
Now we got to ask something, Bob.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about some visionary?
Visionary? In what regards?
Well, Sawyer calls himself a visionary and a revolutionary.
If we were talking about Seth Rollins, fuck him.
But
I mean, Sawyer's kind of a little bit Rollins, a little bit Heyman, you know.
I do like the fact that Sawyer has been shifting towards more of a Heyman role. Like, it feels like Sawyer has done almost everything that there is to do, and now he's turning his attention to like the next generation to help build and bring up the next powerhouse. Like, it feels like Sawyer is shifting from like main event to like a story-based character, if that makes sense. Like, he was all...
So in a way, kind of like Caliban.
Yeah, kinda. Like, he was all about... Like, Sawyer was once all about the matches, all about the spot, but now he's all about the story. Where... Like, Grim is a narrative point. A walking narrative point. And it feels like Sawyer is starting to shift to where he's taking on that narrative point role as well. Like, if you want somebody that, like, needs to go through, like, a character change, you basically throw them at Grim. And Grim does something that forces their character change. And it feels like Sawyer is, like, starting to go that direction, but towards, like, a tween kind of, like, a tween/face kind of aspect, whereas Grim is the heel aspect for that.
I don't know. I mean, Sawyer's still kind of a bit heelish, even though it's like, yeah, he's still gonna like put you through the ringer for it. But it's all to teach you know, how to be better.
Like, what I want to see is, I had such hope for Nice Ice. I want to see like a redeemer character. Like, that character that will grab a hold of like a villain and will slowly help them through the point of being a villain and actually like pull them out the other side as a hero. Like, it's easy to help somebody, you know, go heal. It's difficult to actually help somebody legitimately become a face. Like, it took so long for Kane to become a face. It took so long for Louis to become a face. And Nice Ice did his job, giving, like, Butler a chance to stand on his own. Whereas Butler as, like, a heel wasn't amazing. But it's surprising what can happen when you give somebody a chance to try their hand at the other side. Like, Uncle Dunk was okay as a face with the Republic.
Yeah.
But once he went heel, Uncle Dunk just took off running. Also, I see that DM, Travis.
It's stuff we've already talked about before, but I mean, any confirmation for me is good enough.
Uh-huh. Don't worry about Victor.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
don't worry about the fact that that Grim brought about the rise of M, and that Victor was a target of M the entire time. Don't fucking worry about it.
No, don't look at it. Don't look at it. Everybody, don't look that way. Don't worry about it. Funny how that worked out, eh?
I know, right? But one of the most important things about like being a character for like M&W is you have to be willing to work with people. And shut the fuck up, J&P. Don't look over here. Just go back to wherever the fuck Simjax is. Go back to eating your Count Chocula. Going back to Mega. Mega has been asking some very interesting questions as of late. Like, if you look, like, when Mega started to look at Grim, and you look at when Mega was feuding with Grim, Mega suddenly had a shift in perspective, which is a fascinating aspect for a hero to look at. Because Mega wasn't focused on, like, dealing with the villain. He was looking at the person behind the villain, you know? He took a lot of... He took the heroing seriously. He wasn't just a hero that deals with the villain. Mega looked like he was starting to head towards, like, the Redeemer role himself. But unfortunately, his light gave out. Matrix! Yo, what's up, dude? Hello, I'm late. So what you're saying is Warzone needs an extremely pure person to balance shit out, Kinda,
Indeed.
Yeah. I mean, look at Hero Time. Hero Time is a former villain henchman, a vigilante, a hero that was a mercenary turned anti-hero, back to a quote-unquote hero, that was actually a merc for the brass, and Power Surge. You're heroes, everybody. Now, granted, Flashbang isn't that much better. But Flashbang, Flashbang has like some heroes that have like good reputations.
We have Sadiq.
You do have Sadiq, but Sadiq isn't all pure. Sadiq has that bloodlust in him. Did you hear the sound that Sadiq made when Max went down because of Grim? That was bloodlust. That wasn't like righteous fury. That was bloodlust.
Alright, Bob, I'm gonna have to head off.
Dude, I appreciate you stopping by. We're going to be raiding out before long. I can't believe you pushed Buck to the side like that. They're right there. But is Buck a hero? Now,
They never said they were.
Don't get me wrong. Buck is a good bean. Buck is amusing as hell. But is Buck a hero? That's the question.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to head off because it's like gone 5 a.m. for me. So
Rest well, dude. I appreciate you
Jeez.
stopping by.
Sure,
and I
sure.
hope you have a good
Good
dreams.
night, bud.
I did.
have a good night all.
All this talk is just reminding me. There is one version of Roman out there who is good guy, or at least as good guy as he can get.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one who ran into Liam, and Liam was very frustrated because he wanted to join one of the Monster Hunter guilds. However, his stepmom ran the guild and was just like, absolutely not, you're a child. What are you talking about? And Liam's just so bummed out about it, but he finds a portal to the new world over in Monster Hunter World, and he sees Roman going into the portal because it's like right there and he's kind of lost in the woods, and he follows him through. He's just like, hey buddy, you don't know how to talk their language, do you? Okay, so here's the deal. I'm gonna dress up like a cat because I'm very small and they're not gonna think anything about it, and I'm gonna be what do the locals call it, a palico? It'll work. We're gonna be hunting partners now. And from that point forward, Roman just kind of became his Terminator 2, his T-800 in like Terminator 2.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, did you just put on a fursuit?
Liam, yeah, kind of. Well, I mean, he's a kitsune, so he just kind of had to change it up a little bit.
Still sounds like a fursuit, bro.
I mean, yeah, it is.
I'm giving you shit, man.
Yeah, no, it doesn't look great. I basically perma put him in the Tobi Kadachi armor.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I love headcanoning characters like that.
It's fun.
But real talk, like, this is the highlight of my week. Just being able to sit here with y'all, just shoot the shit for a few hours, goof off. I mean, sure, there's some wrestling going on in the background for everybody to pay attention, but it's not the main event. The main event is just us sitting around the table, like it's a D&D table, and just talking, and anybody can come in whenever they want and just sit and goof off and have a little bit of fun, and anybody can come in, anybody can go out. It's just a good time.
Yeah. But yeah, look, all I'm saying is if you really need another hero in the multiverse, you just take one of the heels, entrust them with the care of an adventurous young child, and watch the magic happen.
That's already happened, dude.
Which one?
Grim and Warfist.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Yeah, Talos.
That's fair.
Well, to be fair, Talos was already a good dude, but most of the other Grims do love their little chaotic 18-year-old adopted daughter.
Mm-hmm. The ones
Yeah,
that don't
see,
fucking
tell
die.
us. It can work out.
Oh, yes.
So
Because clearly they need to. Also, she turned my party grenades into grenades as well. I'm still trying to figure out how she did that.
Just don't ask. The thing about, believe it or not, Talos, when Talos first met Warfist, he was a Grim like any other Grim. But due to Warfist's nature and what Warfist is, when Grim met Warfist for the first time, he had an alignment shift. Like she had a legitimate magical effect, like a D&D Deck of Wonders alignment shift. He went from neutral evil to neutral good when he interacted with her for the first time, when he found her in the wilderness. And that's basically his... Not only did she... the basics of that is in that world, which is the world of WTFE. Snignix's world. Snignix and Manda, when they ran a Twitch show, there was everybody that is born in that world is born under one of the Arcana. Now, most Grims are usually born under either the Tower or the Devil. Nobody is allowed to be born under Death. So, he was born under, this particular Grim was born under the Tower. M&W's Grim was born under the Devil, which is why Grim and Necrom get along so well together, because Necrom, at one point in his life, was the High Champion of the Devil Arcana. But when this Grim met Warfist, she irrevocably changed the sign that he was born under through her magical essence and the magical interaction with her. So it warped his psyche, it warped his alignment, and it changed his sign from the Tower to the Sun. And if anybody knows anything about Arcana, that's a major shift, because the Tower is like chaos, and the Sun is anything but. So he eventually learned. So he eventually became. He eventually abandoned his name as a Grim, stating that, quote, all Grims are evil. There is no good Grim. And he adopted the name Talos. And from there, he basically swore himself to the he swore himself to Dinah, Arcana number 20, Judgment, who is the entity that is using the vessel Warfist as like a shelter. She's basically hiding deep inside of Warfist. And she only woke up when the narrator kicked the shit out of Warfist. And he became the High Champion of Judgment. He learned of Warfist's secrets and how she's able to get through. Like, as being tied to Judgment, she has access to what's called the Hallway of Doors, where basically it's a long-ass hallway with an infinite number of doors on every side, and it goes to anywhere in the multiverse she wants to go. Warfist doesn't know where the doors go. She just picks a door at random and walks into it, and she's there. Talos, being the High Champion of Judgment, does know where the doors go. So, I have a plan to end Grimm's storyline. Now, when it ends, I'm going to hopefully bring another character into M&W. It might be Talos. But then again, that would be confusing for a flashbang with Talos Sid. It might be another character that I have. Who knows? Maybe I'm just bullshitting you all right now and I have no plan to end Grimm and he's going to be here for fucking ever. That's the thing about me. You never know what I'm lying about and what I'm not. But that being said, I think it's about time that we raid. So I'm going to roll a d6. And I only have 3 people to raid. So we're going to raid the third person on my list. Well, Travis, we're raiding Neff. So,
Okay.
I want to take a moment. I want to thank everybody for coming in, hanging out, having fun, and just sitting here while I tell my stories, my dumb stories. I thank you all for your kindness, for your generosity, and just hanging out with me. Show some love to Neff. Apparently, Travis visits Neff often. And yeah, have yourselves a good one. I'll catch you next time, and thank you so much again. Until next time, y'all. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.